in Shang-Chi 2, does anyone even care? So you like the first one,
No.
but I'd say at this point it's like, oh, it's another sequel. Like it's not even, as far as I've been people tell me, and you guys can correct me. You've watched it. Does it even connect to the MCU?
That would actually be a selling point to me. I don't want the movies to. I don't care if the movies connect anymore. I want an individual good movie. And that goes for DC as well. It should be like the first few movies in the Marvel universe. They were their standalone films that lightly connected. When it's time to bring the teams together, fine, connect them. But let's face it, like Captain America Civil War was an Avengers film. You know, you got these things. They seem to focus on announcing the next film rather than telling a good story in one movie or so. We've seen that over and over again with Phase 4. Phase 4 almost was non-existent to the point where it was just announcing what's coming up rather than paying attention. There's very few, or at least I should say a few exceptions. You know, I'm one of the few people who really liked WandaVision. And of course, everybody likes Spider-Man, but overall, stuff like the Shang-Chi movie, it was fine for what it was. It was fine. Let's see what happens, but I can't say that it really, man, didn't make me say, oh, I can't wait for Shang-Chi 2. The only film that made me go, I want to see the next one, in all honesty, was that the Eternals.
Yeah, so the Ant-Man movies were very loosely connected too, and I like that. The third one was, you could say, it was a little more connected because because who's fighting the villain.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact they've always been they're Paul Rudd movies. You're Paul Rudd doing some action and doing comedy,
That's fine.
Cast. And
hey, it's a heist film. I dig it. The second movie was basically What's Up, Doc, with superheroes. I was okay with it. I love the Ant-Man franchise. Up to number 3, I liked. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Well, so, Melania, can you put Jay in a timeout?
Well, I look at Ant-Man 3 as being like Iron Man 3, Thor 3. They all have bad 3 movies.
Why are you putting Jay in the timeout?
Because he said Kitty Pryde's useless.
Well, I mean, look, I can go into the dirt. Yay.
I would say that Kitty Pryde is not useless.
Don't get me started. What
do you mean? I just offended her. Fine.
No, look, my whole superpower is I don't get hit.
I'm throwing daggers at Englantine here.
Don't worry, he'll freeze again, and you can talk.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Actually, you're actually doing fine now. So you must had a good patch here.
Yeah, no, it's funny though, just how poor Marvel has become. That right now, haven't watched the last 3 Marvel movies.
Oh, actually, this is out.
And right now, and it's kind of like, there are times where it's like, yeah, okay, maybe now I'll get around to watching Love and Thunder. It's like, nah, I'm okay.
At some point in time, I'll do. I don't care.
I just subscribed to Disney Plus legally now. Gave them the $116 per year.
Love and Thunder is a movie, I got to admit, that while I was watching, a lot of times I'll watch a film, if it's bad and it's a superhero film, I'll watch, like, I can't believe they made a movie. I've seen Batman and Robin way more times than any one person should ever do, because I could not freaking believe they made a Batman movie that bad. I had to find something good in it. Thor, Love and Thunder I watched, and then I watched with my wife, and I said, that's the last time I'm ever watching that shit. I did the same thing with Captain Marvel, but I get it. If I ever do a let's start it, Iron Man and end and just keep going, I'll probably watch it again. But holy Toledo, Thor, Love and Thunder angers me. A lot of people talk about, oh, Eternal's the worst. No, Thor, Love and Thunder is absolutely the suck level of Marvel movies, hands down. It's definitely the worst Thor movie, but it is the worst thing that the MCU has ever produced.
So, now that I have Disney Plus, you and I could do a watch party of Captain Marvel.
Okay. Let's do that. I would actually rather go back and
Oh.
watch What If to see where I was wrong than watch Love and Thunder. And I truly hate What If. It is
Well, I was about to
horrible.
say, what would you be going back to watch to see if you were wrong? Because it's, with the exception of 1.5 episodes, it's awful.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever.
Since we're on this Marvel rant or
We're on
jog
a
right
Marvel
now,
praise here. You're
Secret Invasion. Have you guys seen
I've seen the trailer.
for it?
looks
Fingers
fantastic.
crossed. It looks okay. We'll see. But it's kind of like what you said. Look, I'm not even as harsh on the MCU as some people are, but I do see it declining in entertainment value. So I am kind of a little bit more cautious.
I'll say it looks very stripped down. I'm not ready to say it looks cheap yet, but I was also reading a story / rumor today that supposedly no superheroes show up in Secret Invasion.
That is kooky.
They have Abigail. Yeah, it's supposed to be Abigail Brand, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, some Skrulls. And
the basic story is that Nick Fury promised the Skrulls he would help them find a place of their own on Earth, as long as they kind of, were his spies and eyes and ears around there. And then he either couldn't follow through or decided not to follow through on that. And so that's what pissed the Skrulls off. And now they're, basically taking their revenge.
Yeah.
Which, does that sound like the Nick Fury that you and I know?
I don't know, but according to the actual official thing, it's supposed to be Fury and Talos working together to prevent the Skrulls from taking over Earth by disguising themselves as important MCU figures and covertly infiltrating the planet for an extended period.
Yeah.
So,
but on the predicate that Fury said he was going to help the Skrulls and then reneged on that promise or didn't follow through.
So my question is this: is this after Avengers, pre-Avengers? What is this? What timeline is this?
Well, this would have to definitely be after Captain Marvel, but after that, I don't know.
Like, is she in the thing?
Well, if you look at how haggard Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson looks in the trailer, I would say it's past everything. I mean, it's
look what it sounds like, and I am not against this. It sounds like it's a SHIELD TV show. It's not.
Yep.
Yeah, it's obviously everybody who is active is in some way, shape, or form attached to SHIELD. So I'm not against that. It doesn't have. I understand the comic book was all superheroes. But you do that, and then you've got to pay very expensive superhero prices. But as far as a SHIELD story, okay, yeah, let's bring it on. Just fingers crossed they do it well. So
there's a character to play Gravik who they're speculating is going to be a Super Skrull.
Yeah, that big one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's. I saw a shot in whatever the last trailer is, and I assume he was the Super Skrull, where you saw his right arm turn into a bunch of tentacles or stretch out or something. So it definitely was not your normal Skrull behavior. But again, I think this is also too where Disney's going to make a mistake, because being under the Marvel brand, all the normal people are going to expect it to be some kind of superhero show, and it's going to turn into more of a spy espionage.
Well, they do
type
have one
show.
They do have one big name in there. They have Don Cheadle as Rhodey.
Well, after that, who do you need?
As I said, this would be a perfect way to go back and this takes place before the or right after the Avengers or whatever. You could bring in Black Widow in if they really wanted to spice it up.
Well, no, I mean, if you look at just how out of it Nick Fury looks, I'm assuming this is like way after Endgame.
Sure, well, the actor's going to age. I'm just saying if they really wanted to do it.
Well, again, I mean, there's age, and it looks like he's got a mountain man beard.
Yeah, it's the character. It's more than just he's aging. It's the character.
Like I said, I'm just saying for them to be smarter if they would have done it as it take place earlier in the series, between the Marvel timeline, because then you could introduce characters like Robert Downey Jr., have him be a Skrull as a cameo. To me, that'd be fun.
Yeah, mate. We'll see. Although, did you get the feeling that this is going to be the swan song for Nick Fury as well?
It may. Let's face it.
He's gonna,
Sam Jackson
commit the
is
ultimate
old.
sacrifice.
Sam Jackson's an old actor, so it could be his way of bowing out here.
I would have rather, instead of having Sam Jackson, I would have rather have Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye going against a bunch of Skrulls, and then him being this Jason Bourne movie.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great in theory, but there's a little problem with that.
Why?
Well, because I think this was still filming after he had his
exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying.
I would have loved to have seen a one-legged Hawkeye go after.
Well,
thankfully he's not one-legged.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the latest pictures. I mean, it looks like he's
back to
he lucked out. So thank God that
he was on Diana Sawyer. They did an interview with him. He's back to doing what he was. He's back to normal. He's back to acting again. It's just that he had a freak thing, took some time off. Like I said, he might run with a limp. Who knows? But it makes more sense because he took an arrow to the knee.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you just found an in continuity way of explaining it. That's not too shabby.
From being Ronin.
Yeah, not too shabby at all.
Yeah. Well, Kate Bishop could always just don the Ronin outfit again, and
honestly,
she never did.
She didn't pretend to be Ronin. She took the costume. She stole the costume because she didn't want to get it on the bad hands, and she used it to steal the other stuff. But like I said, she was. They thought she was Ronin in the Hawkeye show, but like I said, she never claimed to be Ronin. She wasn't like, "It's my new mantle."
But she wore the outfit.
Yeah. But like I said, it's like. So I'm just saying, full context for people who haven't watched Hawkeye. But like I said, I would love to see more Jeremy Renner in playing Hawkeye. Even if it's a TV series, cool, man. To me, that would be better than having him just kind of like, "Oh, we're not going to use you ever again."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would be all for more Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. That'd be cool.
Well, no, skiing scenes. What? He didn't hurt himself skiing. That was Liam Neeson's wife.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, the last person to get in an accident having skiing was actually Pepper Potts, who was sued for it.
Yeah.
But she won her case.
Yeah, she won her case.
Did you see any of it? It sounded ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, more or less, I think it came down to the plaintiff's testimony. He did not come off well on,
Well, I for one, not a fan, not supporting her, but I'm just saying, I'm glad that we just can't just go and sue somebody because they're rich and trying to make money off of them. Because that's what it looked like, a cash grab.
Yeah, there was.
But like I said, I just want to see more of Jeremy Renner. Like I said, Jeremy Renner. I love the Bourne movies. I don't care how bad they got towards the end. I just love chasing.
I mean, I know it wasn't him. It wasn't Matt Damon, but yeah, I didn't think they were. I don't think they ever got that.
I love chase movies. That's the thing. I love stuff like that. That's why the Mission Impossibles.
Cannonball Run.
Yeah. Well, Cannonball Run wasn't really. It's more like a race.
Yeah, I know. It's also really cool. I those movies suck. Well, the second one sucks, but the first one at least was good, stupid fun.
Wasn't it Jackie Chan in the second one, or the first? one?
I think he was.
He was definitely in one of them. I think it was the second one.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Terry Bradshaw and Mel Tillis were in the first one.
Yeah. I can't see shit. Can you? No problem, son. No problem. Yep. And on the Cannonball Run note, we just hit the hour and a half mark, kids. Thanks for hanging out with us. To sum up, Blue Beetle, let's wait a while before we completely destroy it. They're going to give us a reason, I'm sure. As far as the Batman is fascist thing, let's face it, people on Twitter don't know they're talking about when it comes to Superman.
And
I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. What do we have going on tomorrow is chapter 3 of our Marvel role-playing game we've been doing. It's entertaining. It's enjoyable. I'm having fun doing it. So please join us. It will be at 10 o'clock Eastern time. On Wednesday, I may take a day off. But if I find something to talk about, we'll talk about it.
yeah, and there is only one last thing I gotta say. It's Chris Evans is talking about coming back to the MCU.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Probably because he doesn't want to see Anthony Mackie ruin his title.
If you don't mind helping out the channel, there's a link to the Ko-Fi. Please go on over and drop $1 in the till. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Excelsior.